Hello, friends. Today I'd like to share a fun topic with you, and fun to me, and I hope it's fun to you as well. Perchance I was watching some reels of Rahul Gandhi and Bilawal Bhutto, and I thought, what's tickling me? What's making me laugh? Of course, there is a similarity between the two, and it might tickle your funny bone too. So let's take a look at it. What made me find them very funny? Both have, of course, striking similarities and are almost similarly perceived and ridiculed in their respective lands and abroad as well. Both are considered elitist with no understanding of politics, and they thus stumble from one fun milestone to another one. Both are foreign educated. Is it Cambridge, Oxford? Not of any importance, because of course they got in through their money. They didn't have any scholarship beyond imagination. If they have a degree, I'm grateful, because I'm sure some of their ancestors couldn't even come with a degree back. So somehow maybe they have managed to acquire that. And both are accented, but of course Bilawal Bhutto can give a absolute fight to Rahul regarding accent. He wins hands down. He has such a pronounced accent, which is comical, funny, because you're fighting election in Pakistan, which is as earthy as you get. And then on top of it, Rahul can barely speak any language, to be fair to him. So to call him accented will be quite a shame, because he's hardly clear whether it's English or Hindi. I'm not sure. And people usually say that if you have language, you have words, you have a lot to say, then probably you have something to say. But I have been proven wrong. In their case, they can speak vacuously. After 5 minutes, you realize they haven't said anything. They have just spoken or spewed out words. And this is similar. He has a capacity, Bilawal Bhutto, to go in circles and circles. While I was looking at Karan Thappar's show, he looked so frustrated that he was not answering his questions. And in his, accent, I will answer if you let me. It was so funny. He just didn't know what to say. So credit to him that he made Karan Thapar as frustrated, though he's anyway very easily frustrated. So you could say that both stand alienated from masses and try coining political slogans. Ours one, of course, Chaukidar Chor Hai types, which sometimes come to haunt them. They boomerang. They do more harm than good to them. Both have nothing great but greatness thrust upon them. And of course, hereditary lineage. The one has a mother who had been prime minister, one had a father who had been president, and of course, Gandhi lineage. He can boast about a lot of people in his family. Of course, nothing to speak for himself. I give again more credit to Bilawal in going, in accented circles, and then coming back to saying, "You will not allow me to answer," when the truth was he was just not answering. Public perception of them is that they're politically immature, lack a sharpness of intellect, but believe something to the contrary. They think they're intelligent, but the people know the truth. Both are bolstered by, you could say, bootlickers, people, sycophants. They are absolute jihazurs around them, and they come in all ages. They cling on. Even senior members, some of them in Congress, cling on and pathetically wag their tails around them. Very tragically, now this is on a serious note, both have conveniently overlooked the tragic assassinations or deaths of their parents, and chose to look the other way as a political convenience, and maybe even supported those who killed them. So here comes ambition, though misplaced. Both were thrust into politics on the foundation of tragedy and heading generational political parties. So they have not founded anything themselves. At least this credit I give to Kejriwal, that he did something, some party on his own. No, of course, Anna Hazare's shoulder. Both can absolutely not convert crowd into votes and still believe that they are the prince incarnate and look totally out of place. Nobody else would have received unlimited chances to reincarnate themselves. Only their entire kingdom of their Congress workers or whatever, Bilawal's party. That is what they think. They have unlimited chances. And both are not sharp and come across as softies, brought up to take charge of a party and not having the chutzpah or the depth of achieving something on their own. So they have no idea about the life of a common man, either one in India and the other one in Pakistan. They look and feel entitled, and Rahul Baba is definitely sure of what he wants to promote, reject, or deflect. So we are not sure what he wants to do. He's a strange mix of aspiration blundering into folly. Now, the curious things are his passports and marital status. If you find him very boring, what is the only interesting thing about Rahul Gandhi? Nobody knows whether the man is married or not and how many passports he has. So that makes him something of a curiosity. You want to know at least something about him. And his sister, the ladki hu, lad sakti hu lady, makes you wonder, fight whom? You were born with all the privileges. People would in their lifetime never dream of having the life that you have. You are born with a lot of privileges, and you feel that you have a right to rule, and you are doing it, and a fantastic Vadra legacy to bolster you, who's also dying to dive deep into your ancestral legacy. The blunder and and the mistake of the century would be if you also allow your children into politics, because unfortunately they might be schooled by you or advised by you, and that would not be a good idea. When you stop talking about your dada, dadi, nana, nani, father, mother, and talk about yourself, probably people will have more respect for you, because you have nothing to fall back upon except my dada did this, my dadi did this, my nana did this, they died for the country. They did not die for the country. They were just by chance killed. They did not choose to die. They would not have volunteered for armed services where you fight death every day. Both have awkward phrasing. Their structures are very funny. They all both have gaffes and unclear articulation. So it would be a great service to those respective nations if both of them do not choose to serve their nations. They can anyway be fun additions to the nation. Whenever we feel bored, it is so simple. Just switch on the TV or any channel or on Netflix or something, or any news channel, and watch some of their maybe speeches. Automatically you'll burst into a laughter or a smile. So probably they have their uses also, but please leave your respective countries alone. I hope you have enjoyed these similarities and the differences between the two. Have a good day.